Hey guys. So other than the chaos over there that we saw earlier, city's quiet. But today is the grand opening of the Westside of the Air and Space Museum. So let's go take a peek. There's like a long line. Remember, I've been showing you this for like 2 years. Almost 2 years. No, maybe not 2 years, but year and a half. And all the construction they've been doing here. And then we'll take a look at the right buildings too. So let's see. Yeah, they're only opening part of it. The rest isn't finished yet. But this is huge. They dug out the entire underneath of this building. The entire underneath of it. These buildings here, these are the right buildings. The FAA, or the Department of Transportation. Look, they got a POW flag up there, still fenced in. Half the offices are not even more than half. You never see humans. I mean, rarely do I see a human in there, in either of the buildings. We'll take a look a bit better in a second. But these are the only buildings that have a prisoner of war flag, other than the Capitol, the White House, and the Pentagon, the VA. But that's the only building, so why do they have a prisoner of war flag? And it's still fenced in. So look at this. Fountain, watch the water. Yep. They totally redid this. Still working on it. But the line is incredible. Apparently they're giving like timed passes to get in. Maybe they let the people in. There's a bunch down here though, but it was all the way right down here, and it's crazy. You never see the food trucks this is the first time I've seen food trucks on Independence Avenue in the entire time because of this opening today. It's a pretty big building. Oh, wow, they did an amazing job. I mean, good grief. This whole thing was all fenced in. We could look underneath the building. It was just a mess. It was a mess. Yep. The city is coming back to life. So apparently they have a lot of new stuff in there, and I'll once the opening settles down, I'll definitely they're finishing the rest of it down there. So yeah. Man, there were people like lined up. Whoa, I was like, where'd all these people come from? So let's come up here and look at these buildings because I don't want to get too close because then let me see here. Yep, today. The city is so opened up. I just don't think we're going to see any more like chaos here. I really don't. Basically, I just plan to keep coming and keep an eye on things and let you see what's not taking place. That way we know what we saw. But this building, these have looked like this the whole time I've been here. Just you look in the windows and it's chaos. The blinds are broken. They're all laying down like in the windowways. And let's keep walking. I'll cross the street over here in a second.
Can I get one of the fish?
But I think I've seen maybe the whole time, and I drive by this all the time. The windows are huge. You can look in. I might have seen a half a dozen humans in the offices this whole time. But you can see, how it looks. A lot of the offices don't have their lights on. There's a bunch of broken blinds in the window, laying down in the window there, and, boxes. And actually, in one of these windows, and let me see, I haven't seen it, so maybe they took it down. It had that paper cut out, remember? It had a paper cut out of a person, and it had the eye patch that looked like, what's his name, Dan Crenshaw? But this is part of the Department of Transportation. It's the FAA. But they're fenced in. Still. These are the only two buildings that are fenced in like this. And there's two. This is another. Whoa. And it's the same with this building. You rarely see a human in there. Many of the offices, like I said, they don't even have lights on, and there's no more flag flying. But that flag isn't flying at any of the other regular government buildings. This is the only one, other like I said, a few that I mentioned. A couple weeks ago, I shared a pic of the Department of Protective Services out here. Yeah. Entrance there. And I haven't seen them do any sort of construction to either of these buildings yet. Nope. So why the fences? I don't know. I'm still working on this one. This is one of the art museums. You can see the scaffolding. They're using this ugly thing as a cover up. You can see scaffolding under there. You don't even see any people down there, like in the area, sitting around, hanging out, talking, nothing. So, yep. I know. Been keeping my eye on it, but they don't do any construction on it. It's just fenced in with the scaffolding and the walkways like they do with all of the buildings. They do that with all the buildings for some reason. They put all the scaffolding in the walkways. I got my thoughts on it, but I don't know whether that's true or not. All right, well, that's about it, guys. There's nothing going on. This is Independence Avenue, so this is the one that runs parallel. It's the other main drag. It runs parallel to Constitution Avenue. That is Department of Energy right there. Right up there, that other building where the archway is, that is the Department of Agriculture. There's a north and a south building on each side of the road. And the Department of Education is down on the right past the two right buildings. So this is the main drag, and look how busy it is. It's got to be lunchtime, so I mean, this is how it always is. Yep. So all right, well, I'm shutting down. I'm heading out of here for the day. There's just nothing else going on. I'm not even going to try to make it over back by the White House. I don't know if that's cleaned up, but I'm not in the mood to be sitting in that for another hour. So I'm just going to head on out of here and get on home. I'll keep my eye on the schedule and see when a flight returns back to the White House. So let's see. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'm getting out of here, so I hope you have a good day. I'll keep my eye on things for the flight. All right. See ya.